Much anybody who's available to join me live on Facebook today, or if you're catching this recording, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I want to do a special shout out to two guests that I've just learned today have been watching every day this week. So sorry, everything makes me emotional now. I'm so glad I have fans. Hi, Olivia and Sophia. I'm loving hearing that you're getting your oils out every day and putting them on and learning something new. It makes my job so much more fun when I know that people out there are enjoying it and just basking in the goodness as much as I am. So just wanted to say a special hello to you girls today. And of course, thanks to everyone else who's jumping in as well. We have so much to talk about today, and I'm going to try not to go long. But first off, we have breaking news. We have broken all BOGO records for this week, I believe. Who would have thought? This is another thing that's making me emotional. I'm so glad to know that despite all the circumstances swirling, it's evident that people are feeling empowered and taking control of their health and investing in natural solutions. All of our BOGO weeks are typically highly successful because people love to try new oils or stock up on oils that they love when they have this opportunity to get something for free. We just hit all new records in November of 2019, but we're finding out that this week has actually been our biggest BOGO week ever. And that just makes me so happy to know that these oils are going to be in so many more homes and just helping so many more people, especially during this time. So for the first time ever, today's BOGO actually sold out at noon. And instead of canceling or just shutting down BOGOs for the day, doTERRA thought quickly and acted creatively. And so there is still a BOGO available to you, and it's very similar. It's the Beautiful Touch that actually sold out by noon. And so if you are still hoping to get this BOGO, you can still buy Rose for the same price, Rose Touch for $70. And then instead of the Beautiful Touch, which if you got in on this early, or if you purchased your BOGO box on Monday, you did get your Beautiful Touch. If you still need to place an order, what's available to you now is Citrus Bloom Touch, which I don't even have. We've never had this before. So Citrus Bloom was in your BOGO box and was part of Wednesday's Think Pink deal with pink pepper. And so you might have already capitalized on the 15 milliliter version of the oil. If you buy today's BOGO now, you'll get the 10 milliliter touch roller of Citrus Bloom. So I'm not actually going to talk about Citrus Bloom during this broadcast because that was already covered, and I don't want to have to talk about 4 oils. And then you will still get Lavender, a 15 milliliter bottle of lavender today. That's still available to you. So I want to just talk about these 3 oils. Buy Rose for $70, and depending on when you purchased, you're either going to get your Beautiful Touch or Citrus Bloom Touch and Lavender 15 milliliter, and that is a $47 value. So you definitely want this deal. And the way that I have been talking about it is, of course, these are some beautiful floral singles and blends. And so they work beautifully, is the word, as perfume. But I also want you to realize that these are some powerful oils, and I want to tell you about one property that they all have in common, and that's that they are anti-infectious. And then in addition to that, you'll get properties from Rose, such as antidepressant, astringent, and nervine. And from Lavender, you'll get antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and calmative. And if you remember, we talked about frankincense already earlier in this week, and just how important its ability to affect cellular health and overall cellular health throughout the body. Frankincense is one of the main ingredients in your Beautiful Touch. And so even though these oils come in a beautiful package, they also provide really strong support, both, well, not both because it's 3 ways, physically, mentally, and spiritually. So let me just tell you a tiny bit about each one If you have these on hand, let's first experience them all together. I'm going to do a little on my wrist. That was Rose Touch. I'm going to do, I don't like to rub my touch oils right on top of each other so they don't pick each other up and they stay pure to their scent. So put a little Beautiful on that wrist. And then I'm going to drop my lavender right in the palm of my hand. I'm going to get 2 drops of lavender. And then I am going to just blend all of these together like this. And then breathe. Wow. And then add to the back of my neck so I can get the brain stem. Oh my goodness. That is an incredible blend of oil. I love a lot of these combinations I've never used all together before. And so that's been really fun to experiment with this week and just try them together. So let's talk first about Rose individually. Rose also comes in a 5 milliliter bottle pure, but this touch format makes it really convenient, more affordable. You can take it with you wherever you go and really benefit from all that it can do for you. It's known as the Queen of Oils. And so just even that should let you know how important this is. In addition to what I've already mentioned, it's good for anything skin, and it's wonderful for scars, whether you have something fresh that you're trying to address, or you have an old scar that's just hanging out that you might want to show some extra love to. Rose is a great choice for that. Then you have this whole category of reproductive health. And so any part of reproductive health that you would want to show some love and support, this is your go-to oil. And under that umbrella, in addition to supporting the organs, it also can enhance libido and serves as an aphrodisiac. So great date oil as well. And then it also, from an emotional standpoint, addresses some very heavy emotions. So if you're experiencing emotional exhaustion or some emotions to the extreme, things like stress, anger, grief, and even fears and phobias, Rose is a wonderful choice to address any of those deep, more intense emotions. And then I want to land on a spiritual sense, because Rose is the oil of divine love. And that last emotional component that I mentioned, fears and phobias, how cool. Like when you think scripturally, we know that perfect love casts out all fear. And so when you're using your Rose touch, you're connecting with divine love, and it's helping you to address any feelings of fear that you're feeling. And so I just want to read to you a little bit from my Essential Emotions favorite book. Rose holds a higher vibration than any other oil on the planet. So you might not know this, but you can actually measure the vibration of any living thing. You and I walking around, we all have a vibration, and it can be measured just like you would a radio frequency. Obviously, our frequencies are lower than that, but they register, and you can determine your level of health based on your frequency. And they can measure the frequency of essential oils because they're live. They're extracted from the living essence of a plant. And when you do it the way that doTERRA does and keeps that essence pure, then that energy, that vibration is still there. So it can be measured, and Rose is actually the highest vibrating essential oil on the planet. It is a powerful healer of the heart. It supports individuals in reaching heavenward and connecting with divine love. Rose teaches the essential need for divine grace and intervention in the healing process. As an individual opens to receive divine benevolence in all its manifestations, the heart is softened. If one can simply let go and choose to receive divine love, they are wrapped in warmth, charity, and compassion. And the last line I wanted to read was, Rose embodies divine love and teaches individuals how to contact this love through prayer, meditation, and opening their heart to receive. Absolutely beautiful. I love this resource. So the positive properties that your rose touch is going to help foster are love, compassion, healing, tenderheartedness, acceptance, empathy, and receiving divine love. Yes, please. Um, and so let's talk about beautiful just for a minute. If you were lucky enough to get on this deal early through either your BOGO box or earlier today, then you got the beautiful touch captivating blend. This is an oil that's not normally available to us. It's only been made available during a few special occasions, today being one of them. And so that also contributes to why this would sell out so quickly. If you're not familiar with the blend, it includes lime, osmanthus, bergamot, and frankincense. And this blend, in addition to those qualities that I mentioned right at the top of the video that all three oils have in common, it's also uplifting and cleansing, great for anything skin, and it can help boost your self-esteem. It also helps emotionally with some heavy emotions such as grief, recovering from trauma. It can help shift energy and balance energy. And it's also a wonderful oil to incorporate into your morning ritual. I thought that was so sweet that one of the books mentioned it in that exact language, because I'm such a fan of rhythms, including particularly morning and evening ritual. And so if you have a morning ritual, or if you want to learn more about that, let me know. Beautiful would be a wonderful oil to companion that ritual, which often includes prayer and meditation. And so I wanted to read this line from the other book that I've been using this week, the Advanced Oil Magic book, that talks about our beautiful, captivating blend. This book, the way it's laid out is, I don't know if you can read that very well, but it just has really simple sections that are easy to digest and just learn little bits at a time about each of your oils. And so in addition to ingredients and uses and safety information, physical and emotional uses, and some recipes, sometimes there's a little quote or testimony from a person. And I thought this was just adorable. This is Tracy, and she said, "I almost die when I use this blend because I love it so much. It smells like Skittles and rainbows, and it just feels so good." So I thought that was really cute. See what you think it smells like. I don't know if it's definitely sweet smelling. I don't know if I get Skittles and rainbows, but I would love to hear what you think it smells like when you get your bottle. But I thought that testimony was really cute and fun to share. And okay, so let's do our final oil, and that's lavender. And this one also has a name. All three of these oils have special little nicknames. Lavender we would call the Swiss Army knife of oils. When in doubt, get your lavender out. And we talk about just how frankincense can be used for almost everything. Lavender is also sometimes referred to as the poor girl's frankincense, because it's likewise can be used for almost anything. And I'll just mention a few of them so that we don't inundate, but stress, sleep, skin, seasonal support. That's a big way that we use lavender in our home, because all three of us here have seasonal issues. They all present in different ways, but we all use that tried and true combination, very simple, of just lavender, lemon, and peppermint, and it takes all of our symptoms. Lavender is excellent for first aid. So if you have a natural first aid kit, you definitely want to have some lavender in that. You can use it for cuts, blisters, scrapes, stings, bites, any aches, pains, bruises, on and on. Really anything you could think of. It's also a wonderful oil because it's so mild as a neat oil that it's a perfect choice for infants and pets. Obviously, you want to use just a tiny, tiny amount is all that's needed, not even a full drop. Often, I made a roller ball for an infant one time, and it was a 5 5 milliliter roller ball, it would be about half this size. And I only put 1 drop of essential oil in there and filled the rest with carrier oil, fractionated coconut. So you really just need a tiny, tiny amount to do any number of things. But when you look at your pets, infants, you just want to bring down that usage so that it's incredibly safe and effective for them. And so then we'll land on emotional uses for lavender. It is the oil of communication and calm. And so I think we've mentioned lavender a couple of times, whether you're talking about citrus bloom or adaptive. Lavender is one of those oils that helps with the GABA in our brains. And it not only calms down emotions like anxiety that spike up, like higher energy emotions that are not helpful. It helps calm those down, but then at the same time, it helps raise up helpful emotions and the energy in the brain surrounding things like focus and communication. So in this case, lavender aids verbal expression and calming the mind. So if you have racing thoughts or are having trouble saying what you mean, lavender can help calm you and then aid in that verbal expression. Through lavender's courageous spirit, one is free to share their true self and their heart with others. I think that's beautiful. So hopefully you've learned a little something today. Thanks for joining me during this wild final day of BOGOs, April 24th, 2020. So just to recap, we have sold out the original BOGO deal of buy rose and get your beautiful touch in lavender for free. So if you either ordered a BOGO box or got in on this deal early today, you are still getting your captivating blend. But if you haven't yet ordered and you still want to, doTERRA got creative and made a second BOGO available to us today. Same price, same limit. You can put 3 on each account, but you're going to buy your Rose Touch for $70, and then you're going to get Citrus Bloom Touch, which I don't even have. That's a brand new format for us, so very exciting. And then you're going to get a 15 milliliter bottle of lavender, and that's still a $47 value for free. So if you need help putting that on your existing account, just let me know. When you put that Rose Touch in your cart, the other oils automatically pop in for you, and then you just choose your quantity up to 3. And if you don't have your own membership yet and you would like to, please reach out to the wellness advocate who shared this video with you. Or if you're not yet working with someone, reach out to me. I would love to help you. Thanks so much for joining me all week. It's been amazing. I hope you have a great rest of your day and weekend. God bless you all. I love you all.